it going, everybody? It's Mike from PC Classic Cars, back with another test drive video. Today we are in a 1971 Chevrolet C10 short wheelbase pickup. This one has a small block Chevrolet 327 and an automatic transmission behind it. Alright, so again we have a 71 C10. This is a true short wheelbase pickup. It is a 115 on the spid decal as far as the wheelbase goes, in the glove box over there. This truck has a lot of really cool, nice custom touches done to it. I bought this from a private individual. He was the one that had the work done and did some of the work himself over the last number of years. He kind of built the truck to his liking. Starting on the mechanicals, it has a really strong running 327 in it. Obviously, it's not the original motor. That's not what it would have came in this truck. But it's 327, runs extremely well. Backed by a turbo 350 3-speed automatic transmission. It does have power steering, and it is upgraded with 4-wheel disc brakes. It is a manual 4-wheel disc brakes, but the truck stops awesome. It has a stock disc brake setup on the front, and then it's got drilled and slotted rotors on the rear. Being that it is manual brakes, the pedal does have a little bit of a firmer feel to it, but the truck stops really, really nice. As far as the suspension goes, it is a CPP lowering spring. I believe it was a 2-inch in the front and a 4-inch in the rear, so no rubbing issues whatsoever. This truck actually rides really well for being a lowered truck. And part of that is it does still have a really nice tire on it. It's not a super low profile tire, so it still retains a really good road feel. We're cruising at 65 miles an hour right now with no problems whatsoever. It does have aftermarket AC. The heat and AC working great. And it's just a really well sorted pickup that I would hop in and drive absolutely anywhere. On the interior, it does have a stock style bench seat, but it does have a brand new red and black houndstooth seat cover, which is really comfortable. The seat foam feels great. It does have an aftermarket console in it. Usually I'm not a huge fan of these, but that one's actually done really well. Has nice cup holders. This opens and closes if you want to put some stuff in there. So they did a really nice job installing that as well. And then if you're a Chevrolet C10 truck fan, you'll see that the key is actually on the column when usually they're on the dash. So he retrofitted this truck with a later model Chevrolet steering column so he can get tilt. So it's got tilt, which again, this is an aftermarket column. I believe he said it was from like a mid-80s Chevrolet pickup, so it stayed in the GM family. And it looks factory, but you do have the upgraded tilt, and then you do have the key on the column itself, which is actually pretty cool if you ask me. All of your gauges are a factory style gauge, which have all been redone. You have your speedometer, you have your factory tach, which works, you have your fuel gauge, your factory oil pressure gauge, your temperature gauge, and your voltage gauge over there on the left, and all that stuff's working. Horn works as well. And then again, mentioning on the aftermarket AC, he did a really cool thing. Instead of putting the aftermarket AC vents under the dash, due to the fact that this was not an AC truck, you just have your factory vent right here for the heater that it would have had. But he installed 1969 Camaro vents over on the left and on the right. He put them vertically, and it works fantastic for the air. The air blows really nice and cold. The heat also blows hot, so that stuff is great. I think the 69 Camaro vents on the dash actually look very nice instead of the vents under the dash that you'd get with like a vintage AC system. Wind noise is to a very minimum. All of the rubber looks brand new around the windows. And then back on the interior, it does have a retro sound radio in it. Not sure exactly why it's not working because it is wired up. It does have nice speakers in the kick panels. But the radio itself's not powering up, so I'm guessing it's something as simple as a little bit of wiring for that retro sound radio, and you'll be able to get that to work. Paint quality on the exterior, paint shows really well. Some minor little flaws, little touch-ups, little imperfections here and there, but overall the paint quality does show nice. Doors open and close well. Really nice wood bed kit in the back, and I forgot to mention it does have an in-front fuel tank in the back underneath the bed there, and then it's got the little filler cap. on the bed floor, which is a really nice addition. Underneath, this truck is definitely, I would classify as a restored truck. The bottom side of the cab is all painted red, the frame's all painted black. They did a really nice job. Like most all of these trucks, it's had the interrockers and the floor braces, all that stuff's done. They did a really nice job when they did the metal work on the bottom side. I found no current rust issues. They did, again, a really good job because they painted the floors and painted the frame. The frame hasn't been cut. It is a true short bed frame. It is a true short bed truck, if I didn't mention that already. And as far as drivability, again, this might be one of the better driving C10s that I've ever had that's been lowered a little bit. Just a really, really ironed out pickup. A little gas there. It does have a set of headers on it, dual exhaust, but it's actually a pretty quiet muffler. For me, I'd probably swap the muffler out and do some flow masters on it to give it a little bit more of an aggressive sound, but that's just personal preference. The exhaust right now sounds really good. You just have to be in the throttle to really hear it, otherwise it's pretty quiet. So again, if you're looking for a truck that's really quiet going down the road, you want to definitely have a conversation with the person next to you, listen to your tunes if you get the radio fixed. This is a great truck for that. If you want something that's a little bit louder, kind of more of a muscle car sound, you can probably swap the mufflers out for something that's a little bit more aggressive, again, like Flowmasters. But again, that's personal preference and a really, really easy thing to change. Going down this bumpy road, again, all the suspension was changed out. Everything looks basically new on the bottom side as far as the steering goes. And same thing with the suspension. It is the CPP lowering springs, which is good quality stuff. No weird sounds, no weird rattles, doesn't pull left or right. It drives really nice and straight down this road. If y'all follow my page, watch my videos, I take all of my cars down this road due to that fact that it is a very bumpy and a very rough road. So if the car goes straight down this road, it'll pretty much go straight down wherever you're going to be driving it. So suspension, again, feels great. Well set up truck as far as the drivability. All your glass is really clean. Windshield looks great. There is a small little stone chip in the windshield right over there, and then it does have a little bit of delamination happening in the lower corners on both sides of the windshield there. Nothing that impedes your view, just a few little flaws in the windshield. Side glass is nice. Vent windows open and close like they should, and both windows roll up and down like they should. This is the one-piece matte glass, which actually looks really, really clean and very, very nice. And if you hear that rattling over there, that's actually my camera making a little bit of sound. The mount over there sometimes makes a little bit of a rattling sound, so nothing to worry about there. Get off the gravel here without peeling out. We'll get on it just a little bit so you can hear it, see if you can hear the exhaust. Again, it's pretty quiet. So overall feel, this is a fantastic Chevrolet truck. Love the short wheelbase pickups. I sell a ton of these trucks. This one has everything done to it that I would do to one of these. Usually I buy these that have the side trim, and sometimes they're two-tone, sometimes they're a solid color, but I usually put the side trim on them if they don't have it. This truck just had such a good look as the solid color, I decided to leave it on this one. I think I made the right choice because it actually looks really, really clean, just being a solid color, no side trim. I actually like the wheel and tire combo that's on it. It's not something that I normally do, but it has a really good look. The truck has a perfect stance. It drives great. Love the red and black houndstooth interior. All of the cool options, the disc brakes, the aftermarket AC. Just a really cool truck that I think anyone would be proud to own, and just a lot of cool options done to it, and some really nice custom touches like the AC vent, the aftermarket or the later model Chevrolet column in it with the tilt. Just again, really, really cool truck that I think the next owner is going to be very, very happy with. And as always, I appreciate y'all stopping in to watch another one of my test drive videos. If there's ever anything else that y'all want to see, have comments, concerns, questions, don't hesitate to leave a comment on my YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe to check out all of the new test drive videos and walk around videos that we're doing daily. If you don't already follow us, check us out at PCClassicCars.com, and we will see you guys on the next test drive video. Thanks again for watching.